This is my role. When a man initially confesses to me, I do know that I am in a priestly role of hearing his confession and offering to him a reassurance of God's grace and forgiveness for him. That is our pastoral role. That is where it begins. Unfortunately, that's where it often ends. Okay, Joe, thanks for sharing that. I know that was hard. That took a lot of guts. Thank you for doing that. And you've got to know that it's all covered by the blood of Jesus and you're forgiven. And I don't see you any different, and God doesn't see you any different. And all of that is critical. He needs that as a first step. But what's missing here is steps 2, 3 through 97. In 22 years of working with men, I may have had 1, 2, maybe at the most 3 men who came in and put 70% of more on the table to begin with. The other vast majority, 97, 99% of men, in their initial confessions, have confessed to the tip of the iceberg. And I've had men in absolute sobbing, tearful, they seem to be incredibly broken. And yet, until they do the work of digging into their story, digging into their inventory, they are not psychologically capable of putting it all on the table. I'll give Dr. Minwalla credit for this, that he says one of the hardest things for the human psyche is to honestly face the damage he's done to someone he cares about. I've been sober for 22 years, that even now, even with all the work we've done, I have to pray, I have to muster all the strength I have when my wife shares something that was hurtful to her, to prevent my toxic shame to come flooding to the surface, and want to defend, want to put up a wall of protection that says, well, I wasn't that bad. I didn't do that much. I didn't do, and, especially in the field I work in with as many sexual history inventories I've done with men, I've got a whole long list of people who've done, quote, worse than me. And yet the reality is what I did and what I didn't do was incredibly impactful and painful to my wife. And facing that is an incredibly difficult thing to do. And so I want to offer to pastors and counselors just a reminder that says that is what the human psyche is like. And so because of that, we just need to be prepared. Yes, we offer them grace. Yes, we are compassionate to them. But the real compassion to them also calls them and says, okay, let's go deeper. Let's see how deep this rabbit hole really goes.